Hey, good morning, my friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Happy Valentine's Day and welcome to the weekend. It does look like a fairly quiet weekend with one little shot of some snow on the way. Talk about that. We do have some lake effect snow going right now across the far western parts of the state, southwestern part of lower Michigan, and the rest of the area actually seeing a little bit of sunshine. Here we go with the questions and folks checking in. Good morning to everybody there. Now, this is what I want to start to discuss with you toward the end. Shades of what 2012 looked like at about this time of the year. And remember, 2012 was that March where we had 80s. Now, I'm not suggesting that we'll get that warm in March, but what I'm suggesting is that I'm seeing a lack of cold air and some things where we might be saying soon in a couple of weeks, let's put a fork in the brunt of winter weather. All right, so let's get to it. Hey, North Adams, hello to you, and good morning, Stacy Altz. Good frosty morning to you, Jennifer and Kelly Shearer. All right, current temperatures. It's cold. Coldest morning so far in many spots with temperatures single digits above and single digits below zero, even down into the southeast, the interior parts, southeast lower Michigan, Flint, and the Thumb. That's usually a cold spot. Now, as we look at the satellite, the visible satellite, focusing in on the southwest corner, that's where lake effect is coming in. And although it's just kind of close to the lake, within about 5 to 10 miles, you can find some potent lake effect snow showers there and really slow you down. As a result, there is a winter weather advisory you could see from just west of Grand Rapids, South Haven, Grand Haven, up through Muskegon, Pentwater, and Ludington. Hey, good morning, Frank Sturm from Blanchard. And good morning, Ypsilanti. And Marcia Burton. Debbie Ramsey from Niles, good morning. All right, so let's look at what's going to happen with our computer modeling. And here we go. The long story short is that we'll have a weak system on Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and then we'll have a stronger system next week, and that will have a tough time being all wintry. I'll show that to you. Lindsay Obey, yes, we had 80-degree temperatures in March of 2012. Now, again, I'm not suggesting that just yet, but what I've been seeing over the last week or so says, man, the cold air is just not existent. Stick with me, Lindsay, and I'll show you at the end what I'm talking about here, okay? So here we are into Saturday afternoon and evening. See that quick little shot of light snow? And then it shifts on to the east. It's a 6-hour light snow in any one spot at most, and maybe even a little bit of wet snow or rain mixed in there in the southern sections. Sunday's a good travel day. Then here comes the next storm system, and it's got the moisture with it once again, but look at the track. The track of that center of that storm is across central lower Michigan. Then remember, that's the dividing line between rain and snow, so it looks like the southern two-thirds could get into rain eventually with this storm system. And then as it shifts to the east, quick little shot of cooler air for a couple of days. Notice I said cooler air. And then fairly quiet. And what you're seeing is the storm track to the north, and that's going to allow some mild air to come in from the north and west. When my red flag always goes up when I see warmer air coming in from northwest Canada. That says, wow, the cold air will have a tough time surviving. And again, I'm not suggesting we're going to be running around in shorts and there will be no snow. I'm just saying that deep winter cold and snowstorms may be tough going out now if that warmth continues. Okay, so here's a little closer of a look. We've got that lake effect today. Watch US 31, take 131 instead of 31. Now we're into Saturday, and there's Saturday evening and that quick little burst of some snow, light snow, and it moves on to the east. And how much snow are we talking? Not much. We're talking an inch or less. Let me shift this a little bit for you so you can see the legend there. You're talking an inch or less in some spots around lower Michigan. Okay, so no big deal. All right, now we're going to take a look at what I'm talking about as far as the warmth. What you're looking at here is the upper level temperature anomalies. So about 5,000 feet up, the number you see here is a degrees Celsius deviation from normal at 5,000 feet. And what it means to you is when you see high deviations from normal, 5,000 feet up, you're going to be warmer than normal at the surface. So I want to just show you as we go through. We're going to start now, and obviously we're colder than normal because we're below zero in spots this morning. We go into the weekend and we warm back up. Nothing real extreme, but we get back into the 30s. Elizabeth Platt wants to know, how about Grand Rapids and Muskegon today, flying back to Michigan from Florida? You should be okay. Grand Rapids is mostly out of the lake effect snow, and driving toward Muskegon, you might have to deal with something as you get right up on Muskegon, but otherwise generally good. No, 2012, February and March of 2012 was very mild, and I'm seeing signs of that. Okay, now this is the next storm time period next week, Monday, Tuesday. Hard to have a major snowstorm when you've got morning temperatures on Tuesday starting 20 degrees warmer than normal. Okay, quick little shot of cold air, but then I want you to watch the upper level warmth that is expected to build, and I've been seeing this for several days now. Both models showing it, European and the U.S. We're into the next weekend, and we're looking at upper level temperatures 30 degrees warmer than normal. My general rule of thumb is the surface temperature tracks about like this, and you talk 20 to 30 degrees above normal. Now let's go to the end of the run, 10 days out, February 24th. So where'd the cold air go? You know? So we will just keep an eye on this, but this is something that could spell an end to true winter weather. A few other things. I'm going to write about one of those things today, the record polar vortex and what we call the Arctic oscillation. That is a temperature difference between the Arctic and the North Atlantic. And when it's real high, that means that polar vortex is wound tightly right at the pole where it's supposed to be. And when it's wound tightly right at the pole, it doesn't allow lobes of it to drop south into Ontario and bring us a backlash of cold. So you might think strong polar vortex, no, actually strong polar vortex, well, it depends on if you want winter or don't want winter, but strong polar vortex actually keeps the cold air up at the polar region. So I'm going to show you that on a post here on MLive this morning. But there you have it. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Good morning, Christy Barber. Nancy Jean is saying, yes, let's put a fork in winter and call it done. I think a lot of people, even snowmobilers, get that way by about March 1st. The only people that don't get that way is if you make your living off of snow, like plowing snow. And even so, with this pattern, I'm not suggesting we wouldn't have any snow again in February, March, or early April, but it would be tough. It'd be really tough to get something major. Hey, good morning, Lisa Torregrossa. Happy Valentine's Day, honey. So there you have it. Pretty good travel weather through the weekend. Next storm system Monday into Tuesday. Lower Michigan, most of Lower Michigan, going to be on the warm side of that storm. And we'll start keeping an eye on an extended warmer than normal period is probably the best way for me to determine. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Have yourselves a great weekend.